Hey everyone, let's jump right into this explainer. It's funny, we usually think of math as this giant mountain of multiplication tables and fractions. But have you ever stopped to wonder how it all actually begins? Long before any of us ever pick up a pencil to write the number one, we've got to grasp the absolute basics of tracking, naming, and categorizing the world around us. Today, we're going to explore an educational framework that breaks down these early mathematical discoveries in a way that is just incredibly intuitive. So picture this. Imagine a time before numbers even existed. Or, just imagine you're a really young kid who simply hasn't learned to count yet. Here is the million-dollar question. How do you know you haven't lost anything if you literally don't know how to count? It is a massive real-world problem. Early humans had to figure this out, and honestly, young learners today have to grasp the exact same logic before they ever start writing down digits. So, here's our roadmap for the explainer today. First up, 1, the cowherd's dilemma. Then, 2, counting without numbers. After that, we'll shift gears a bit into language with 3, what's in a name, and 4, letters inside numbers, before wrapping the whole thing up with 5, sorting our world. Let's get right into it. Okay, section 1, the cowherd's dilemma. What I absolutely love about this approach to teaching math is that it doesn't start with abstract concepts. It frames math as a survival tool, a solution to a very pressing everyday problem. Meet Deba and Deep. They're a cowherd family living a long time ago in Tarakeshwar. Every single morning, they take their cows out for grazing, and every late evening, they bring them back. Routine stuff, right? But one day, Deba poses that exact question we just talked about. How do we actually know that we haven't lost any cows? Remember, they don't have numbers yet. They can't just count 1, 2, 3. So what on earth could they possibly do to make sure their entire livelihood isn't just slowly wandering off into the woods?
That brings us to section 2, counting without numbers.
Well, it turns out a friend of theirs steps in and offers this brilliantly creative, completely numberless solution. It's a total game changer. The friend says, look, just make one single mark on the mud wall for every cow that leaves the gate in the morning. That's it. Then, at the end of the day, when the herd returns, you don't count them. You just strike out one mark for every cow that walks back inside. It is perfect one-to-one correspondence. This is literally a foundational pillar of mathematics, handled entirely through a visual trick. And the crazy part is how well this scales up. Fast forward a few years, their herd has grown, and now they've got this massive wall just covered in tally marks. But this also leads to a moment of crisis. One evening, the cows come back, Deba strikes out the marks as they enter. But wait, 2 marks are left unstruck on the wall, and there are no more cows at the gate. Thanks to this simple visual system, they instantly knew 2 cows were missing. They rushed out, searched the field, and safely brought them home. No numbers required, just flawless data tracking. Now, the source material does something really cool here. It takes this ancient concept and directly challenges the student to try it out. It introduces another character, Hemant, who has 36 cows and 23 sheep, and says, hey, help track them using these exact same marks. The explainer isn't just passively telling a story, it's actively inviting kids to use tally marks as a real functional tool for managing big groups before they ever have to rely on abstract numbers.
Moving on to section 3, what's in a name?
So, having mastered basic quantity tracking, the lesson shifts gears. We move away from tracking animals in a field to analyzing our own personal identities. Because, let's face it, math isn't just about objects, it's about finding patterns in data. The text actually asks students to look at their classmates' names, tick the longest ones, cross out the shortest ones, jot down the starting letters, and then count how many of your friends shared that exact same starting letter. Finally, they figure out which starting letter is the most popular in the whole class. This is brilliant because it turns a normal classroom into a living data set, teaching kids how to categorize, compare, and quantify language itself. Oh, and to really anchor this concept in the real world, the text drops in this amazing little piece of trivia. It mentions Ib, located in Odisha, and Oud, located in Gujarat. These are literally the places in India with the absolute shortest names. By dropping this in, the lesson seamlessly connects the mathematical concept of measuring length to real-world geography. It just makes the whole learning experience so much more textured and memorable, right?
All right, section 4, letters inside numbers.
Now we're getting into a really fun meta concept where math and language totally collide. Let's take the number 56. Simple enough, right? In the story, characters named Teji and Jojo make this number. But instead of just looking at the numeric value, 56, they are challenged to look at the word itself. Think about it. If we spell it out, FIFT-SIX, we get the number name 56. Now count those letters. There are exactly 8 letters. This teaches children to count the structural building blocks of the numbers themselves. The text even challenges them to hunt down other numbers between 1 and 99 that also have exactly 8 letters. It's like a linguistic puzzle that forces a dual-layered understanding of what a number actually is. And they make it personal, too. Taiji takes her school roll number, which is 43. The name 43 has 10 letters. Then Jojo looks at his roll number, 17. The number name is 17. The book leaves it totally blank for the student to solve. Well, let's do it. SEVENTEEN. That's 9 letters. They're turning these everyday, kind of boring, abstract school numbers into a super tangible letter counting game. It's just a fantastic way to reinforce spelling, counting, and data organization all at the exact same time. And finally, Section 5, Sorting Our World. For this last part, we are making a big conceptual leap. We're stepping back to look at how we categorize the incredibly diverse elements of our daily lives. The absolute crucial point here is learning to observe and group things. Imagine looking at 2 different scenes, a girl walking to school with her bright yellow backpack, and another girl sitting patiently while her mother combs her hair. The lesson prompts the reader to really look at these daily activities and physical attributes, noticing the subtle differences and similarities. This is the ultimate precursor to scientific and mathematical categorization. And they get highly specific with it. The text points to a diverse group of kids and notes, all children comb their hair in different ways. Then, it asks the students to physically sort their own classmates. Who has 2 ponytails? Who has short hair? Who has curly hair? It completely grounds the abstract idea of sorting into highly relatable, everyday visual observations. You're no longer just grouping random geometric shapes, you are organizing the real breathing world around you. And it goes way beyond physical appearance, too. The chapter introduces a totally different kind of sorting, things that need electricity versus things that don't need electricity. The teacher's note even encourages kids to shout out more items and put them in the right buckets, making sure every single object finds its proper home. The big takeaway for us here is that everything in our world, from the toaster in your kitchen to the person sitting right next to you, can be categorized, sorted, and quantified. To wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a clever little puzzle taken directly from the chapter. It perfectly combines that letter counting and number knowledge we just explored. Ready? Here it is. My number name has 2 words. The first word has 6 letters. The second word has 5 letters. I am very near to 100. Who am I? I'll give you a second to think about it. Got it? It's 99. Yep, NINETY is 6 letters, NINE is 5 letters, and it's parked right next to 100. Isn't it amazing how complex and engaging foundational math can be when you strip away the boring formulas and just look at the patterns in the world? So I'll leave you with this. What other hidden patterns are you missing in your everyday life? Keep exploring, and thanks for joining me for this explainer.